This week's feature from Martha's collection is a lovely sheer cotton embroidered net dress that I estimate to be from the 1910s. It had some underarm staining, some general yellowing, kind of darkening, oxidation. There's a snap there, so that leads me to believe there was some sort of waist sash. It had a pretty satin ribbon underneath, a few holes, nothing too bad, and a cute little satin, rather bedraggled, but flower accent that kind of lifts up the lace on one side there. Obviously, there used to be some sort of slip with this dress that is no longer with it, so I will address that later. And I do love, again, that little bit of ribbon that's peeping out from the bottom. So my hope is to be able to clean it, brighten it a little bit. I'm going to do that little flower separately, and I'm going to make a replacement waist sash, and I actually had a slip from my collection that works with this. So first I'm going to remove that little flower because I don't want that to go through the intensive soaking process. I'm just going to do a little hand wash on that separately. And I'm doing this in my inside tub, and then I'm putting a fabric sling at the bottom of it. And I'm just starting off with distilled water. I'm just going to do, I believe it was an hour soak in just the room temperature distilled water, just to kind of loosen up the fibers, kind of condition them. And the distilled water for this particular soak is just because it has less things in it that kind of tap water can have. It's more purified, so it's going to be a little bit gentler on it. So you can see here, just doing that soak resulted in some yellow water, and I love to see that. So to try to help maintain a warmer temperature on it, I'm going to do this in a cooler because, of course, a cooler will have an insulating property of it, whether it's cold or hot. So I'm starting off with, I did several tea kettles of hot water into the cooler, and then you use hot water, boiling water, to dissolve, which I'm using Mama's Miracle Linen Soak on this. The starting temperature ended up being at 137. I was shooting for 140, so it was pretty darn close. So I've got about 7 gallons of water total in, no, I'm sorry, it was 3 gallons of water total in the cooler. And boy, that dress doesn't look much when it's all wet and balled up like that. But in it goes, and then keep the lid down to insulate it. And again, I'm using that fabric sling underneath it to help support it. And here again is that just the cute little flowers just going into plain water. I'm not going to use any detergent or anything on this. I'm just wanting it to just get a little bit cleaner with just plain water, and then kind of going to spruce it up a little bit because I'm sure it was shaped differently than what it is ended up to be after all these decades. And I'm just going to let that air dry. So meanwhile, I have some vintage ribbon that was really close in color. It was a little perkier of a shade of green, and it's 3 inches wide, and I decided to use this to make a waist sash. So I took 3 of those 3-inch long widths by 29 inches and sewed them together to kind of make one wide piece, and then pressed them. And then I'm going to just simply do pleats on the sides, which I then stitch down. And then after I got done with it, I wanted it to not look so so perky and fresh and whatever. I wanted to seem like it had been with that dress for a while and not brand new. So I did just throw it in some water and then let it air dry to kind of soften it and wrinkle it up a bit. And then while it was just barely damp, I let that dry on the mannequin, and you'll see that later. So now back to the dress. I did it for a total of 6 hours, and there is more of that dirty water. So even though it doesn't look like it's very white at this point, I've seen this in other kind of these antique net sort of lace dresses that they just don't look like, they look kind of gray when they're wet. But I wasn't too worried because I knew that once it was done, it would be a much brighter shade. So I did several rounds of rinsing and let that drip, and then the towel roll and let it air dry. And then I did the pressing. You just go nice and slow over all the different areas. And then I pressed that little flower to perk it up again. I love it how it has the little picot edge on it. And then I took some of that satin ribbon just to kind of tie back in the shade of that what's going to be on the waist sash, so tying it in to what's on that little rosette. Added some snaps for a back fastener, and then it added a little loop and tails. And here's the finished for those. I'm really happy with how those turned out. And look at this beautiful sheer dress on this lovely sunny day. So here's the slip that was from my collection that worked really well with this. I was concerned that that band of lace on the slip might show through the dress, but it worked out perfectly. The underarms are clean now. The dress smells better. It's brighter. This bow and rosette perked up, and I'm just really happy with how this turned out. I knew I was taking a gamble by doing kind of an intensive hot soak in that Mama's Miracle linen soak, and I am really happy with how it turned out. The stains came out of it. Again, it perked up, brightened up. I did lose the color on that satin ribbon underneath, but I think that was a good trade-off for the dress becoming brighter and cleaner overall. And now this lovely dress is clean and wearable once again, 115 years later.